I had to reinstall VB voice meter again.
That's great.
Yeah, I think we're going to be switching away from this bullshit sooner rather than later. God, that's annoying.
And welcome to
Sorry, guys.
Special No Radio. If you're sharing
right on loopback,
it's because somewhere a poor group of 4 podcast hosts have crappy equipment that makes the show take longer than it should to start. Your donation of whatever the hell you can afford to patreon.com will help us afford equipment that's not absolute garbage.
It's mostly software that's our garbage, but yeah.
Hey, software is a form of equipment, Eugene.
Yeah, sorry
now,
Twitch. We love you.
no for that.
We love you.
And only 20 minutes late.
You guys ready to get synced up?
I mean,
Yeah.
I could take a few minutes.
While you were gone.
Oh, yeah.
We already synced. And we started the show, but nobody could hear us, so we should...
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Well,
we were going to talk about how great Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on the PS4.
There's... Steve, you're asking if there's people that can hear us, but we don't have any viewers right now, so... Oh, there's Phantom. Phantom's here. He just showed in.
See, we do too have viewers, Eugene.
We love you.
Fortunately, we have a few thousand of them that download us every week. So let's do it for them, if no one else.
Exactly. All right, let's get synced up. Ready? Where's Justin? There he is. He's petting his cat. In
That's
3,
what I'm doing.
2,
Well,
1.
Ready.
All right, Justin, where are you and your cat at?
Well, my cat's on the other side of the couch, and I was at about 2240,
Okay.
maybe 45.
Lucas?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Lucas?
1924.
And Steve.
2205.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay, let me just get all my stuff sorted real quick, because I lost everything when I reset my computer. I need to get the show notes. Okay, got those. Got that. Got my window here. Popped out the Zoom chat. I think I'm ready. I apologize, everybody.
It's twitch.tv/Infendo Radio, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
You're
Yeah.
missing an awesome chat. Phantom can hear us, Schnazzy is here, and Rose says pew pew pew.
Perfect.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, let's do
Hey,
it.
we're live.
Let me put my let me actually put my phone on mute.
Oh,
There we go.
God, you put it in the Discord too, Lucas?
Yep.
Might as well hit it everywhere. All right, guys.
That's what they say. If you ain't gonna hit it, you might as well just quit it.
Justin, was that an N gauge?
No, it's my camera. It's a 3D camera.
Justin,
Oh.
is that a Game Gear?
No, that's upstairs.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna start the show right now. I know I have music going for this first segment, but I don't have time to set it up, and we're already late. So let's do it.
I'll just do it in the background.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode 467. I am here with the whole crew. We're here. We're on time. No, we're not. But it's okay, because you never know this, because you're listening to us on iTunes or on Google Play or on Spotify. And if you are, we love you. Thank you very, very much. I have Lucas here with me tonight. How are you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing just great. Now I want to play some Earthbound. Boy, I don't know where you got that background music that we're never going to hear in the produced version of the show, but that was some good background music I was hearing. So who or whatever was doing that should probably get a raise. Do we do raises here? No, we don't get paid. But
I'll give you some kind of a raise, Lucas.
Steve,
how are you? Steve, how are you doing tonight?
I'm awake. I have no idea how.
Okay.
I'm going on like 18 hours at this point. Good. It's fine.
We're rolling with it. I like it. I like that about you, Steve. Justin, how are you doing this evening? I haven't seen you. It feels like in like a whole year. You've got like a beard going on now. Like you're newly employed. Like what's the deal here?
Yeah, I am back and ready to make this show objectively worse.
Single and ready to mingle.
I also, for those of you who can't tell, I have lost my voice. Combination of shouting over loud music at Retro Game Con and shouting at my children who were fighting. So
you decided to come back and shout over us over loud music for Nintendo's.
Good luck with that.
I am mostly just going to make inappropriate comments whenever, the situation calls for it, and just sit here quietly the rest of the time.
Fair enough. Fair. All right. Well, before we get started, the only plug I'm going to put up at the top of the show is go to infendo.com, read an article or two. You can click around on the header menu and find all the other things that we're all about. Join our Discord and all that fun stuff too. So we are going to get started with the news though, because while we only have a few news articles, there was a Smash Direct last week, so we're probably going to talk about that. We'll be right back. Okay.
If you want
Steve?
to talk about just the Smash Direct, you can skip the rumor, I don't care.
No, I was going to say, why don't you hit yours first? And then, what I was going to do is I was just going to set a timer for the segment for like 5 minutes for like normal, but then maybe the Smash Direct I'll make for like 10 or 15.
Okay.
So we can extend it. And then that'll cover everybody's news articles, I guess,
Okay.
All right. Is that a Guardian? It is a Guardian.
Is. Guardian Amiibo, if I had to guess.
Guardian of the Galaxy, if I had to guess.
Justin does like his Disney.
All right, Steve, are you ready to take us away?
Yes.
I'm going to get some music for you. This week, it comes to you from Travis Touchdown.
Ooh.
Never heard of it.
I really want you to have Philistine, but I doubt that you got that.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Like the best song in the game. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
I do. Yeah. I was listening to the soundtrack this week. That's why I picked this music for our music. How is our volume? Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot. We have a new way to do it. So I'm keeping it at about 30 to 40%. Or I'll put it at like 40. Okay, and then I'm only going to use this audio now. Because Steve figured this out, hopefully. It seemed to work last show, so we'll stick with it. Okay, how is the audio now? Is it too loud?
It's non-existent. So, no.
Perfect.
Currently not too loud.
How about... Let's see. Oh, I see. Go.
Are your A's and your B's, right?
Yeah, had my A's and my B's. How about now?
It's muffled?
I think I need to restart it because I switched the audio in between. Let's
Steve,
see.
I'm not saying it's going to be on a t-shirt this week, but give me a face. Quick, do something, Steve, do something. There we go.
This is our new t-shirt, my face.
Our audio's okay though? Does it need to go lower or higher?
It's hard to tell. It's very underwatery.
That's how your music usually sounds during Nintendo's, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we thought we figured it out last week with our deal. I'm going to turn the audio in Windows Media Player down slightly. And then let's restart the track. And if not, of course, it's always going to sound good on the produced show, so, Good, bad,
It's
ugly.
Ugly.
We can run with it,
Okay,
but it's not great on our end. So
I apologize.
it's
I apologize.
we need better deck.
Yeah.
All right, well, Steve, you know
That
the
sounds
drill.
like a personal problem.
Steve, you know the drill. The audio is going to come in and it's going to get quieter and you're going to start talking. I'm going to mute myself.
Alright, so we are actually going to start off this week's show with a rumor. Why? Because I thought it would be fun, because it's a Pokemon rumor. There are some reports of basically a leaked promo sheet, like kind of what you would see from that. Just what's the Japanese website? It's always doing the Pokemon leaks.
Cerebi?
It looks like a Famitsu ad is what it looks like, but it looks like they may be doing an EV Tamagotchi. They did a 20th anniversary Tamagotchi that you can buy for like $20. It's a little mini one. I actually got one from GameStop when they went on clearance. But it kind of looks like one of those, except for it starts out as Eevee, and depending on how you take care of it and whatnot, it can grow into any one of Eevee's 8 forms. And if I'm looking at the pictures right, it looks like you may be able to get like little hats and stuff you can put on, because one of them looks like it's wearing a Pokemon hat. It looks like there's a chance you can get an Eevee that's actually a Ditto. It's got the Ditto face. It actually looks kind of cool.
I want this.
Yeah, like I say, right now it's just a rumor, and even if it does come out, there's obviously no guarantee it'll come to the States. If it does come out, though, I'm buying both colors that they show me, because it looks freaking awesome.
Of course you are.
I have no... I have no love for Tamagotchi, so,
I was never a Tamagotchi kid, but I will take a virtual Eevee that I can carry around with me and evolve.
See, that was me. I had my Pikachu version of it, and that's what I was all about.
Yep, I love that thing. No, I'm all about this. Like, I love me some retro tech. Give me that Eevee.
I mean, closest thing I had was a Pokewalker. You could, interact with your Pokemon on.
Oh yeah, right.
I had the one with the little jingle, the Pokemon Pikachu, and then there was like the version 2 one for Gold and Silver.
I didn't ever get the version 2, but I wanted it so bad.
I still have my version 2. It is in a drawer. I know exactly. No, I don't.
Never mind.
But I do have it still, and it still works if I pop in the battery.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's to each their own. Like, you can have your Tamagotchi, but if they make a freaking Pokemon version, girl.
I would even buy a Digimon if they re-release Digimon, as long as they connect them together like we used to, because those were fun too. That was the only way I ever got into Digimon.
I never got it.
I like the show, the Digimon show. I actually really like the anime or whatever that was on WB or whatever it was back then. So yeah, are you gonna so you said this is just a rumor though? It's not like for realsies?
Yeah, right now it's just a rumor. It doesn't have anything about a release date, and it also doesn't say anything about it in the West.
Sure.
So likely we won't get it.
Oh, don't be all negative about it. We might get it yet.
That's what I like to do, though. I like to be negative about it. That way I don't get my hopes up, and then when it comes out, I'm stoked.
Is it bad that I'm more excited for this than I am for Let's Go Eevee? Like,
that's kind of where I'm at, too. Like, I'm going into Let's Go with so low expectations. It's not even fun.
But like this, sign me right up. Like, give me a Tamagotchi, man.
We're a week and a half away from Let's Go.
We are.
Yeah, there are way too many games that I want.
You guys are monsters. Let's Go is going to be amazing.
Let's go. Let's go away from this line of conversation, because I have not many good things to say about Let's Go at the moment. But that might change the Pokemon podcast.
We have another Pokemon thing we can discuss in our next segment.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Is that a segue I smell, Steve? Luigi hasn't even told us to shut up yet.
That's okay. That's your goddamn segue. Roll.
That's his segue.
Are we gonna start talking about that Pokemon with the flaming pubes?
Oh god.
And we will be right back.
That's
So much for the segue.
No, that was actually perfect. Well, we're going to roll with it.
What I need you to do.
I didn't think we were taking a break. I thought we were just going to go right in.
What I need you to do while we're in between this is I need you to look up for me and give me a big old smile. Okay, wow, boy, that is a really bright face. All right, I'll just work with it.
Here, let me open.
I want the flaming.
Here. You got take 2.
Yeah, hold on. Take two, because this is going on a shirt, boy. There it is. That's the face. Right there, that's the face. Okay, I have what I need. I'll be working on the shirt while we talk.
So I guess I'll bring us into the Smash Direct. I'm gonna set a timer tentatively for like 10 minutes because I think we'll probably talk over that. And if we do, that's fine. But I don't want to like set us a timer so high that we just are talking because we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let me set the timer for 10 minutes. Let me get some more music. I don't know why it's muffled, but yeah, we're going to need to try and switch away from voice meter. I didn't even look into that since the last show. I thought we had it solved, but clearly, at least on my end, we don't.
Well, you know how these things go.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Windows Update.
Mama no, mama no.
I can look up what the package deal is for Loopback.
Well, Loopback is Mac. Dog.
Only?
Yeah. Okay. I assume you guys could hear that.
Oh yeah.
I am gonna start the start the music, and I'm gonna start the segment. Let me go here. All right, let's do it. All right, we're back. We're talking some more news. Actually, some news that dropped right after last week's show. We had a Smash Direct last week. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. Some people were indifferent to it. I guess we're going to talk about that here now. Honestly, I was pretty excited about it. There was a lot of things that I liked about it, a lot of things I hated about it, but there's more Smash, you know, like I guess we're going to talk more into it, but like some of the let's start with at least my negatives, because I feel like I'm going to be the most positive about the Smash Direct probably. So my negatives on it were probably the spirits reveal. Like, you know, it looked like it was going to be fine. But if for those of you who haven't seen it, it looks like there's going to be a new mode called Spirits, and you're going to be combining the spirits of all these random characters who used to be trophies but now are spirits for some reason into your character to make them stronger throughout the adventure, which sounds, I guess, kind of cool. But the part that kind of got me was that like your spirits also have spirit slots to slot into, so like you can level up your spirits. It just seems like a lot.
All right, we're going for a clean podcast here. Is this the way the spirits work? Wasn't there something similar to that in Smash Run?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Well, there was something similar to that in Brawl, which were the stickers that you put up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically what it is. It's like they're power-ups for your thing. The way you get them looks interesting. The fights are like event mode.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
But the actual stickers themselves.
Yeah, I'd rather a trophy, right? Even if it was just the sticker, but then give me like a description of the game, like kind of like how it used to, and like, you know, give me all that kind of fun stuff that used to be associated with trophies. I don't know. Maybe that'll still be there, but.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they're not using trophies. It takes them so long to render every single one of those trophies, and every single game has had more trophies.
It's really kind of a waste of time. I mean,
yeah.
Like, for the time you spend looking at them, like, yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, I get it, but I mean, I'm interested in that. That certainly wasn't my least favorite part of the Direct. It looks like they're really putting some effort into the single player aspects of the game, which is something that Smash has really been lacking since, what was it, Brawl that had the Subspace Emissary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just jump in. I wasn't all that enthused by the direct. I went in excited.
There's a surprise.
I feel like my most hyped moments were at the beginning of the Smash reveal, and like the longer we got into the year, the less enjoyable it was. I don't know. I thought Ken was a lackluster last minute announcement. I thought he was a pretty obvious choice, so I think having him in is kind of like, eh. Who even was the other character that got announced? I don't remember.
Pokemon was the final cube.
Oh, Incineroar, that's right. Yeah, the like least popular starter ever. So yeah.
It was a starter. That's how little I know about Pokemon nowadays.
I'm-
So, yeah, that did nothing.
I'm just not that thrilled. I mean, the Piranha Plant was cool. That was a fun out of nowhere. Like he'll make a good game and watch this generation.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Or
everybody's
Dog.
angry about that. You just don't get Sakurai's sense of humor. Clearly.
Well, I mean, it's just like when
Right.
they revealed Wii Fit Trainer. But see, the difference was they revealed Wii Fit Trainer at the beginning alongside two other characters. So it's like it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
But-
I feel like the reveals for the fighters should have gone the other way around.
They did them backwards. Yeah, we got all the least exciting, in my opinion, the least exciting ones at the end. And we got like Ridley at the beginning. We got who was the other one? K. Rool. Like we got all the really exciting stuff up front, and that got me
Simon
hyped.
Belmont.
But like now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'll get it when I get it, but I'm not like dying to play this game. No, go ahead. I was just gonna kind of round out my points and then be done.
So that's kind of where I'm at, and that's really about the only thing I have to say about this direct. I'm not angry about the direct or anything like that. I just don't like the recent approach, and they do this. Nintendo does this with their games. They do this with movies.
Mm-hmm.
But they just kind of spill all, and then there's no surprises. There's no secret characters anymore. There's no like the only thing that's really a surprise to us at this point is what actually happens in the story mode.
Which
that's
like
the only surprise we have left.
Which who kind of cares? Is like
because it's just hero mode.
I mean,
Right.
I think that's almost necessary nowadays because look at how many leaks we've almost had, or whatever, and they know. Like I remember before the Wii U one came out, like somebody leaked the entire roster because they found the alternate costumes for everybody. So we knew who the entire roster, secret characters, and everything. Months ahead of time, the DLC characters were revealed
leaked early too.
Yeah, so I mean, if I think what they're doing is kind of getting ahead of the leakers. If we tell you what it is now, we are the ones getting you excited, not some schmo on the internet.
Well, see, but that's
fair point.
But that's the point to me. Like, I don't care about the whole leaker thing. Like, Sakurai has been very upfront about the fact that like leaking is an issue and whatnot. So I don't care that we basically get spoiled for the whole game ahead of time.
Right.
It was just, and like Steve said, I'm not like mad about the direct, but I'm less excited for the game than I should be like a month from release. Because when everything first happened, it was like, get hype, get pumped, everything you wanted is here. And now at the end, it's like, here's some other stuff we didn't really want to mention earlier to, it's just like the buzz is gone. Like I told Eugene, I went from like a hard 11 to like a soft 6 by the end of the direct. And now it's like, I'll get it. I'm probably not going to get it at launch because I don't care that much. It's still going to be great. It's still going to be Smash.
Well, right. And
like,
that's the thing is it's
Smash. It's not like I need this game. It's not like they did something at the end right before the big. Whoever's in charge of marketing did a really crappy job, basically. At least for people like me, because it's like I watched the direct and I was like, oh, really cringy vocal theme song. Oh, mediocre single player experience. Oh, bad character reveals.
It's almost like they blew their marketing load at the very beginning of all the directs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now it's just like I was expecting the last reveal was going to be a big boom. Like we were going to get like 5 characters and like 3 of them were going to be like duplicate characters or whatever they're called now, and like Echo Fighters. And like I thought it was going to be a little bit more than what we got, and the reveal was kind of like a pew, so I don't know. I mean, it's still going to be good. It's still going to be a great game. It's not going to take away from the game for me. I'm not clamoring to get it on day one. I'm not like buying for it. I'm the least excited I've ever been for a Smash. So
I'm gonna buy it day one, but for me, it's, and this is gonna piss a lot of people off. For me, it's just Smash. I mean, Smash is a great game. I'll probably sink 40, 50 hours into it.
But for me, Smash is not the be-all, end-all game that it is for so many people.
Like me.
Like if this was Donkey Kong Country 4, it would be a completely different story.
Yeah.
But it's just Smash.
Yeah, and like Smash meant more to me when I had friends coming over, at least once a week to play video games. As it is, hopefully the online community will be good. Hopefully enough of my friends will have it and still be playing it. I know a few of my Twitter friends and followers are not only getting it, but play the game the same way I do, just kind of balls to the wall, batshit crazy, let's see how nuts we can make this match and who cares who wins or loses sort of thing. And that's the way I like it. And I'm going to get that out of this game. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about Smash because it's Smash. I haven't been excited about Smash for, what it adds to multiplayer in years. That said, I am kind of excited about what they're doing with single player because, again, single player has been lacking in Smash since Subspace Emissary, and I thought Smash Run was pretty fun. We lost that in the Wii U version. We got that crappy board game instead. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I can hear myself.
Kind of a tail end to my whole thing, but oh, I just totally lost it. Somebody else take over, and I'll try to remember what I was about to say.
So I didn't have much else to say. It's Smash.
Oh, what was it?
So did we already talk about the other characters that got revealed at the top of the direct? We've kind of been going everywhere on this guy. So I don't know. For me, I think we've talked about this as well, Lucas. Like, this direct wasn't gonna make or break anything for me, but it had enough in it for me to like get me excited. Like you guys said, the Piranha Plant is gonna be awesome. Why does the internet hate Piranha Plant? By the way, like I don't get it.
Well, they hated Wii Fit Trainer too. It's just a thing. And I get that because honestly, usually those characters are my least favorite. Like, I hate Game & Watch. I hate Rob. I'm neutral on Wii Fit Trainer. Because, like, for me, I like Smash to be that, like, kind of fantasy game where it's like, oh, what would happen if Bowser met Marth and Marth had to fight back, like, that kind of stuff. And, like, I don't care about Game & Watch. Like, you don't have a backstory, you don't have a plot, you don't matter to me.
I think the biggest reason people are upset about Piranha Plant is because he's not an icon like so many other characters. Like, Rob is an icon from the NES. Game & Watch is an icon from those days.
I mean, but like we got like Crom and we got like
I prefer it that way, honestly. Like I liked Mario Party. I like the fact that we got like random Mario villains to fight as. Like, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think Piranha Plant, take it or leave it. I think it's again very Sakurai level trolling. I mean, it's that character he throws in just because, like, hey, what if this guy was a fighter?
Sure.
And I'll, when I'm usually, like, I'll just either pick whatever character catches my fancy at the time, or I'll just go with random. So I'm sure I will learn to like Piranha Plant for what Piranha Plant is. I didn't ask for it. I'm not refusing it,
So I want to ask you guys, what do you think about the DLC, the way the DLC was handled? Because I don't have a moral objection to it, but I was a little annoyed that in the last direct, a month before the game's out, we're already talking about a season pass and the fact that they said they haven't started working on it yet, but clearly it's been planned from the beginning and now the characters are already finalized. Yeah. It bothers me a little bit.
Okay, well, just because they know who the characters are doesn't mean they've done anything with it.
No, and they said that they haven't, but the fact that they're already planning for a year's worth of DLC is a little aggravating.
I mean, I think that I don't think that's aggravating to me. I think that companies go in with a roadmap already set, right? So they probably already knew they were going to have a year's worth of DLC before they even were halfway done with the game, and I think that's just it sucks. I don't think that's very consumer friendly, but that's just kind of
okay. So that's the response. That's the response I was looking for, and the fact that you say that tells me that you align more with my opinion, I think, than you think you do.
No, I definitely do. It definitely sucks.
Expect it to, but it felt a little crappy.
Yeah,
honestly, like hearing like here's the game, here's like the 6 characters we promised you. You want the other 5? Pay like $25 and you'll get them in a year. Like I get it, but I would feel a lot less crappy about it if it was like a Splatoon thing, and it's just like, hey, we have a lot more content we want to give you. We've started thinking about it. Expect some free updates over the course of but they know they can get more money out of it. So
well, and look at, I mean, at least there is a discount for getting the Fighters Pass, because we didn't have anything like that. I mean, even if you bought the bundled, the bundles that they had for the Wii U and 3DS versions, they weren't even discounted. Like, if you bought all of the DLC characters at once, you're paying the same as if you bought all of the DLC characters one by one.
The only discount you got was if you bought the bundle that came with both, I think, right? Like the 3DS and the Wii U.
The Wii U and the 3DS one.
Right. So, I mean, it is nice that you do get, they're doing, I wish the discount was a little bit more significant, like maybe $20 instead of $25, but I'm still kind of, one of the main reasons I'm actually considering it now is because, you get those double coins for pre-ordering, and what the hell, I'm going to use them if I have them. But I didn't buy Lucas. I didn't buy, what the hell was the other one? Roy in the last game. So, if there are 2 characters in this bundle that I don't care about, then I've actually spent more money on the Fighters Pass than,
Right.
See, in a game like Smash, I gotta have all the characters, or I feel like I'm missing out. It's like it's like a Starlink thing. It's like you can't play the game and know that they're there and not own them, because it's Smash Bros. Like, if there's a character missing, it just feels weird. And then you go online and other people are using them, and it's like it's almost like a forced purchase from my point of view.
The thing that I like about it, though,
Fire Emblem characters mean nothing to me. So,
and the thing that I like about it, though, they're being upfront about it. They're like, look, you're getting 5 characters, you're getting 5 stages, and a crap ton of music. You're gonna pay $25 for it. Take it, leave it. We don't care.
Yeah.
At least they're being upfront about it.
Yeah, and I coming out of the direct. I remembered what my point was that I was going to make, so let me just make it real quick, and then I'm done talking about. A lot of people that left the last direct feeling disappointed, kind of like I did, were the people that heard Sakurai say there weren't going to be very many new characters, and kind of took that as a lie, because Sakurai has been known to do that kind of stuff, and I think everybody kind of thought that he was building us up for a little more than we were getting. The final end result is, we're only getting like 5 or 6 new characters. So, but
we're also getting every single character from every single Smash. I mean, even Snake is back, which
of course. And I'm not arguing that we're getting a bad amount of content, but I think the people that are leaving a little disappointed are leaving a little disappointed because they thought that there was going to be a little more to the game, and that's on us for not taking him at face value. But for a guy that's been known to play those kind of tricks in order to get some more appeal, I don't think anybody can really be blamed for not thinking that way.
Yeah, he kind of sets himself up for that, right? Like he's done that literally.
That's the thing, because he always does these things where he's like, it's not going to be much, and then it's like, look at all this stuff, but it's legitimately meant it's not going to be much, and it's not going to be that much. Like, the characters we're getting are rather valuable to me, as opposed to just throwing a bunch of characters in that don't matter, but we're not getting that much, so deal with it, I guess. I kind of thought that, like, the Echo Fighters would be a bit easier to put a bunch of them in, but we're only getting, like, 4 or 5 Echo Fighters, so,
And
maybe they're waiting for the next one.
I was going to say, to be fair, we have no idea what the DLC is going to be, so maybe we'll have 1 or 2 Echo Fighters in that.
Well,
it would be nice if they
going to be 5 characters.
Well, I would be nice if they, alongside the DLC, they decided to throw in some free DLC that was just Echo Fighters, right?
Echo Fighters, that would be a really smart move.
Yeah, that would make it like, hey, you paid for this character, but we're going to give you another one that's very similar to it.
Or even just like the ones that are already on the disc, right? Or I guess not a disc, on the cartridge. Like you can maybe like an Echo Fighter of, I don't know, Mario that is like Dr. Mario or I guess that's not a good example, but like different types of Mario, like a baseball Mario and like, that type of stuff.
Luigi and Waluigi.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting like a little Mac Echo fight. I was expecting a Bayonetta one with what's her face, Jean. You know, like there's so many options.
I don't know who you could echo.
I think you could do just about anyone for Little Mac. You could do like Glass Joe or something and just give him the same moves. You know, like I don't think it's that hard to do the Echo Fighter stuff comparatively. It's basically creating a model and tweaking how the character plays a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like I compared it with Steve to when we got Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it was like, oh, Alolan Pokemon. They're like Kanto Pokemon, but different. And there were only like 10 of them. It's like you have this easy way out to create a lot of content, but you just made a little content. And the content you made is great, and I'm still looking forward to it, but I just feel like, I don't know, maybe they were rushed, or maybe they didn't have a very big team working on it or something, but seems like they could have thrown in a lot more Echo Fighters.
I mean, but you know what? Half the people are complaining about the fact that Echo Fighters even exist. So,
I think the problem with Smash Bros, and this is a problem with a lot of things, as it grows and as the features improve and grow greater, then we just expect more, right? So like the original Smash Bros was literally just like a little small thing. It had like the event mode or whatever, but that was it, right? And then ever since then it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we just expect more and more and more.
It's not only that we expect more, but we expect things in different directions. Some of us want to see more Echo Fighters, and some of us are happy with that. Some of us think that's a waste of dev time, and they'd rather see more original characters. Some of us want a really hardcore traditional fighter. Some of us want a really zany, silly fighter. And it pushes you in all these different directions to the point where, like, okay, we've got to introduce new items because there are people like Justin who play and want new items and stuff. But we can't waste all of our times on new items and stages because there are going to be people like me who turn all that off and just want a game. Right. And they want new characters with new moves. And there's a lot you've got to develop when you're developing for multiple audiences, and they are developing for multiple audiences.
Yeah, and I think the takeaway from all of this is, do you like Smash Brothers? You're probably going to absolutely love Ultimate, even if it isn't 100% what you wanted it to be, even if it doesn't have Banjo and Kazooie, even if, the DLC characters, are somebody you don't care about or we don't know about yet or whatever. It's Smash Brothers. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be polished. If you have a problem with that, then, go back to playing Melee like all the others.
But by that same standard, I don't think it's outside of like the range of reality to be, sympathetic to people who are a little bummed out by the end result. This is definitely a more simplistic Smash Bros. Final reveal than we've had from other games, just the nature of the game, it's more about the past than the present. And that shows in like the final new roster and everything. It's like, there's a lot of content, there's a ton of stuff. It's going to do well as like the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience, hence the name, but it's not giving you that like Smash 5 expectation that you had, Like this isn't going to leave me saying, this is it. There can never be another Smash, because I'm going to want more stuff from another Smash in the future.
Well, and so is everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of why Smash is so much fun.
Smash Wii U is still out there, and you can still play it online. So, I guess as long as that's out there, if you don't like Smash Ultimate, then you still got that. But
what I'm saying is that I don't think people aren't going to like the game. They're going to like it just fine. I think they're just disappointed with the final amount of stuff that we're getting from it. It's like, it's going to be better than Smash Wii U, and it's going to be better than Melee, and it's going to be better than Brawl. But it's like a skip in the right direction. It's not like a giant leap like every other game is.
Yeah, and I think part of that comes from the fact that every Smash Brother, like Eugene said, every Smash Brothers has been so big that like there's a limit. Like there's the diminishing returns. Not every new Smash Brothers game can be the leap from 64 to Melee, or even the leap from Melee to Brawl. There's a limit to what he can do at this point, and if the way they feel is best to go is to just include everything that we had before and throw a little bit, on top. I'm fine with that, but yeah, I understand. Like, it's not double what the last Smash was. And it's funny. Nintendo people are funny. Or maybe it's all the other console people are funny. We get so bent out of shape because Smash Ultimate is incrementally better than Smash for Wii U and 3DS. But how many of the people are the ones who buy the new Assassin's Creed every year, the new Madden every year, the new Call of Duty every year, where it really is an incremental change every time, but you plop down $60 every year just to play that.
That's the problem being a Nintendo fan, right? Because Nintendo is so good at pushing the button, or pushing the envelope, rather, that we just come to expect it, unfortunately. So for better or worse, but...
Like if Nintendo announced, you're getting Odyssey 2, it's basically going to be like Galaxy 2. It's more of the same. I would be happy with it, but so many people would be like, "Oh, well, we wanted something completely different." Well, you got more of something that's good, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But
All right. Well, I'm going to get my coconut ready here because we've gone way past time here. We could probably be talking about this all night long, but we are going to put a stopper here. We'll probably be revisiting Smash as the coming weeks come. As of course, it's going to be launching soon here. But in that, with that said, I'm going to get started with the Nintendo's playlist because I am your host tonight. So get ready. Here we come.
Wow, I just enabled HD video and I look so much better.
I hope you guys are going to appreciate the work I'm putting into this week's tea. I think it's a good one.
I'm legit afraid to see this tea. I don't want my face on a tea.
It's going to be on a tea.
I am going to go get myself a lozenge. I'll be right back.
Fair.
Do that.
I think they have latte. Beautiful.
Man, my computer is running hot. That's why I was juggling it earlier. Hey, I saw you guys saying that we were getting some echo. Are we still getting that?
Not at the moment.
Because you seemed to imply that you thought it was coming from my computer, but I thought my microphone was turned off when you were getting the echo.
I think it was probably me. If we'll just blame it on me. Everything else is my fault tonight. So, speaking of,
I just remember the one week it was coming from yours, but I don't hear it anymore.
I'm just gonna hold this thing up for a few minutes and let it kind of cool itself down because I don't know why it's running so hot, but it is burning up right now, and I'm sure you can hear it in my microphone. So.
Your computer is?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, wow. You can't hear that? It's like a freaking jet engine in my room. And I've even got like a little cardboard box that I've kind of cut holes in to like ventilate it, but it's still like, it's warm. I think it's probably because I'm photoshopping and I'm on a Zoom call and I'm on YouTube and I'm on Audacity and
Computers like I hate my life.
All the houses in all the world, and I had to end up in this one.
All right, I'm gonna save this. So funny enough, I'm gonna have to restart my Audacity recording. Thank God for the backup. But I just realized that my recording was picking up you guys for some reason.
Well,
is that why I kept hearing myself?
Maybe.
We don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, the blows.
Who knows at this point, Justin? It's been a night already. All right, everybody say something.
Yeah, Eugene is gonna.
Doesn't really matter anyway the wind blows.
For me.
Mother just killed a man. But I got up to his head. Pulled the trigger, now he's dead. Mama. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
I wish I had my zapper.
Eugene, are we good?
No goody.
Because the boys have taken out their toys and they're shooting each other with them.
For some reason, it's still picking up.
I can go back to making Rob make out with himself.
The ADHD squad has lost their ability to focus.
My gun literally goes pew pew.
Mama! My Rose of Death goes pew pew sometimes. What's that Rose of Death? I already forget who was doing.
Okay. What's going on?
EP says banned for brandishing a weapon. Damn straight.
Tricks.
It's a gun and a sword. Snaz
What is that?
What the hell? Is that Mr. Bean?
Uh-huh.
Justin has a Mr. Bean.
It's a Bend-A-Bean.
I believe it.
Oh, dear.
I got it for Christmas a couple of years ago.
I have a mensch on a bench.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
I just realized for the first time he has a teddy bear in his pocket.
Nazzy wants you to flick your bean.
Bam.
There are so many things wrong with that statement.
Intentionally.
And think.
I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
Some of it was, yes.
Let's go to that one. Somebody say something.
Something.
You can't possibly not have expected that.
You are the gene of my youth.
Oh, I found something better than making Rob make out with himself.
Oh,
You
no.
will continue to be Eugene. You're the only gene for me.
Lesbian bayonettas. Here we go.
Well, I think what I'm gonna have
Friendly
to
reminder:
do.
we are still live on the air.
That's okay. This doesn't go in the edit podcast. We can still be a clean show.
I think what I'm gonna have to do is just splice it together in post and figure out my stuff off air because I don't know what is going on with my computer tonight, guys, and I apologize.
We should really take like a day when we're not doing the show to sit down and like do a mock show. And
We
see
should.
We have so many things, like little things.
Because it'll probably end up being better than the real show.
Well, evidently I'm free on Friday night now, so
All right.
that's a thing.
Okay, let's close that.
I am not.
Well, you also aren't the one that we seem to have issues with lately.
Oh!
Your shit works?
Yeah. Not mine.
Works.
Well, I wasn't. He looked like he just hit himself in the balls.
I did. I dropped
That's going in the outtakes.
I dropped an amiibo on my left nut.
Which amiibo was it? Because that matters.
I bet it was Bayonetta.
No, it was Fox. I was gonna have Big Fox and Little Fox, and Big Fox fell on my nut.
Someday a
There's your
professional
episode title, you
podcast will take me away from this hell, and I'll be with professional people.
But not
There
tonight.
we go. The night the amiibo
Not
fell
tonight.
on my nut. There's your episode title.
Oh, fuck. I really don't want to have to do it in post like that, but I think I'm going to have to. Okay, let's just
If
roll
you're a
with
live listener, we really appreciate you tonight. Like, you are the best person.
it.
Look
Yeah.
at you. Look, turn around right now, look at a mirror, and look at you, and look at how beautiful you are. You are special. You are unique. I care about you, and you should care about you.
And
You're
by
the
the way, why do you have a
only
mirror behind you? What is
in this world. Who doesn't have a mirror behind them at all times? For personal mirror time. Does not everybody look at a mirror when they're Thank you, listener. But your Justin is in another castle. Right, I can do that more Toad-like.
Thanks, listener. But your Justin is in another castle.
I hope you have been getting all the Toad voice things I've been tagging you in on Twitter
I
because
haven't really checked my Twitter in eons, but I
Okay.
think I saw something from
I'm
you.
gonna. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, and it's not gonna sound the best, but I'm gonna just have to splice in the audio that's pulling all of us into the show, which is gonna make it really easy to edit the show, but it's not gonna sound as great as it should. So
Well, you know better than us what works.
it's
so.
gonna be the only way that it's gonna be only way to do it because I can't. For whatever reason, it's not letting me just record my audio. So like, I'm gonna figure this out at some point. Okay, so let me restart my voice meter again. Or I'm sorry, my Audacity. And I apologize. We're going to have to get synced up one more time. At least one of us.
Oh, now I got to come up with a whole new thing. What will I use now? Okay, Power Ranger. I don't know who you are, but freaking the beeping. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, impossible.
There you go. There's your thing.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Will...
let's not pretend.
I'll find something else to play with.
All right, let's sync up in... Who's doing it with me? Is it Lucas, Steve, Kim Possible,
I got it.
Zordon?
Unless Lucas wants to beep.
All right.
I got it. I'll take it.
In
ready.
3, 2, 1.
Call me a beat when you want to reach me.
Where you at, Kim?
108, 11 and a half.
1.
Make sure you get the half.
Damn well better.
I think I left an indentation on my forehead with that.
That's called a skin dentation.
Gross. That's...
Justin, you're not allowed to play with that on camera. The patrons have spoken.
Boy, not being able to look at what's going on right now, this is getting horrible. Really bad. I'm over here working like a dog in our off time to make t-shirts.
What off time? We don't get off time.
We've had off time for like the last 10 minutes.
I've had nothing but off time for the past 3 weeks, so
All right.
Oh,
I'm
thank
guessing
God,
we can
the
hear
dulcet
it.
sounds of interruption.
I'll figure out my shit next week. I swear. Or it's just gonna get worse. Who knows?
We appreciate you.
Okay, I'll bring us in, obviously, because I'm doing the Nintendo tunes, and then, yeah, we'll get started here.
that really did leave a mark. Remind me not to do that again.
Why, hitting your balls?
No, instead of clapping
Gentlemen!
the microphone, I hit my
Ding,
head.
ding, 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 ding.
Don't worry, the music's about to start, and I can edit everybody out. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Infendo Radio. This is Nintendo Tunes. This is the section that everybody's waiting for. At least that's what I'm waiting for, because I love this segment. And I'm actually hosting it tonight, so let me tell you what it's all about. I've got a bunch of games lined up, and I've got songs from those games, and these fine gentlemen are going to try and guess where those games came from. I actually have a theme tonight. We are going to be taking a little journey through Nintendo past, because I have a game for every console, basically, from NES to Switch, including 3 handheld consoles. So going for 3DS, DS, and Game Boy Advance. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think it should be interesting. All right, I'm gonna start. Oh, and before I start,
I'll make my obligatory NES point now.
Right. Before I get started, we typically have a section on Patreon where you can submit your requests as well, but we forgot this weekend. We're such bad people. So we're going to have a post scheduled up next week, and you can suggest songs for the Nintendo Tunes segment at the $2 level. So with that, we are going to get started with our first track. I'm not going to go in order because that'd be too easy. Let's go with this one. So, I think this one is going to be a tough one.
Okay, so these aren't in order. then.
No, this is
Especially
not.
if I
Yeah, this
can't
is not
hear.
order. It is not in order. This is kind of a quiet track, but kind of all of the games on this are, so sorry.
Metroid Prime 2, 3, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Pinball, Metroid, Samus Returns.
Can we turn up the music a little?
It's not going to do you any good. It's just like brooding. It's just like, yeah, just this.
So it's not a Metroid. is what I'm
No,
hearing.
here's another track. This one's actually got a little bit of music to it. Somewhat.
can I get a system?
Yes, you can. This game appeared on the Switch.
Is
Sounds
this that
awful,
game
like-
you've been talking about that I can't remember the name of, but want to call Velocity?
It is not Velocity. That's Steve, though.
No, is it that other game that you've been playing a lot of? That name I can't remember. You're really gonna make me boot up my Switch and look.
It
at
is
the player
not.
history?
It is not Debris Infinite. No.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted.
Here is your next track.
Is it SteamWorld Dig 1 or 2?
It is not.
Is
Not
it
a bad guess,
Starlink?
though. It is not.
Is it that other SteamWorld Heist, I think it's called?
It is not.
Is it
Is
Red
it
Dead Redemption
genre?
2?
It is not Red Dead Redemption 2. Genre is, I'm gonna go with action RPG, but let's see what Wikipedia says. Here's your next track. This one should probably give it away if you've ever played this game.
Is it Guacamelee 1 or 2?
It is not.
There wasn't a Dylan's Rolling Western on this.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Is it West of Loathing?
It is not West of Loathing.
I was not paying attention when you said the genre. Could you repeat that?
I said it was like an action role-playing game, and that's actually what Wikipedia says. However, they say that it is a dungeon-crawling action role-playing game.
Is it Diablo 3?
This is
It's
Diablo
Diablo
3.
Shit, I really should boot that game up.
You know, at some point, if you feel inclined.
All right. Steve is on the board. Yeah, you have the system, Steve. Come on. You have the
Well, there's
console.
my.
for it.
I know. There's my obligatory point. I'll see you guys next week.
Please. I'm the one who's always been trailing behind the past few months.
Says the
All
guy
right.
who's won twice in the last month.
Here
oh, dude, I
comes the
destroyed
next
these guys
track.
Last week, Justin. It was great.
The next track, you say? Oh, I know this. Kirby Superstar Saga.
Massive
Kirby
Attack.
Superstar
Damn.
Ultra. Kirby Triple Deluxe. Kirby.
I'm gonna obviously need
Return
an
to
exact game
Dreamland.
name here.
Kirby.
Squeak Squad.
Here's your next track.
Kirby Star Allies.
Kirby Drum DDD Drum Deluxe.
Amazing Mirror.
Nope. Nope.
Kirby Air Ride.
Kirby Blowout game.
It is not Kirby Air Ride. It's
Dream
not
Course?
Kirby Blowout.
That Blowout. That one.
The
3D.
Kirby RPG for the 3DS.
Avalanche.
Nope. This is by far the best Kirby game there is.
And it is not Dream Course, because I don't know if you...
He says as he's clearly trolling us because we've already
Here
said all the
comes,
best.
here comes your
Return
next
to-
track.
Nightmare in Dreamland.
Nope.
Pinball.
Kirby's Adventure.
It is not Pinball. I'm running out of tracks here, kids.
It's
I
not
stepped you
Kirby's
guys
Adventure.
last time with
What
Kirby.
system is it on?
Thank you.
Eugene?
Okay, alright, here comes a hint. This game appeared on the Nintendo DS.
Amazing Mirror, Squeak Squad. I don't know my DS Kirby games.
Superstar Ultra.
I already said.
I already said that though.
Yeah.
Nope. Here is your next track.
Is this, it's crap.
Kirby Canvas
I-
Curse.
Yeah,
It is Kirby Canvas Curse!
Thank you, Justin. I will share that point with you.
alright, that works. I was gonna say, I pantomimed it.
And then I stole it from the win.
Well done, well done.
Right now, I think you're the least threatening of my rivals, so I'm willing to share a point with you.
I like that I'm the threatening one all of a sudden.
Yeah, dude, you won last week. You blew us away
I
last
was gonna
week.
say one. No, I blew you guys away last week.
Yeah, and that confidence bothers me. I need to keep you low so the relationship can stay intact.
I mean, to be entirely fair, I've stolen two Nintendo
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, but you don't have the self-confidence that's going to drive you to the end goal. Steve's all up in his own head right now. You're like, oh, I always lose. So, I'm willing to take that gamble.
All right. Here comes your next track. This one I don't think you're gonna get, but it makes me happy that you're probably not gonna get it.
It's Super Nintendo.
Correct.
Claymates?
It's not Claymates.
Clay
Clay
Fighter?
Fighter.
It's not Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter 2.
Was it made by the same people who made Claymates?
Is it Interplay?
I don't know, but keep guessing and I'll let you know.
Is it made by Konami?
Again, I don't know. Let me
Aladdin.
look it up.
Is it a Jackal?
Let's see. So this game was on the Super Nintendo, as we already established. It was made by... Oh, God. This game has a whole list of people who made it.
So it's licensed.
Yes, it is.
Is it the Tick?
So this game was made by Imagineering. It was also made by Sega if you got it on the Genesis, or it was made by Manley and Associates if you got it on PC. Here's the next track.
Earthworm Jim.
It is not Earthworm Jim.
I didn't hear any of the developers because I was tweeting.
Yeah, I was letting my cat in, so.
It's not going to help you. The developers were Imagineering, Sega, and Manley and Associates.
Sega, I feel like, is a hint, but I guess not.
It's
Does
Sega
it make
if
these
it...
Magical Quest 2 or 3, or I think
No.
there was a couple of those.
It was only developed by Sega if you got it on the Genesis. Because again, this is a licensed game.
Licensed game based off of a book, movie, comic book?
It was based off of a movie.
Okay. Lion King, Goof Troop.
It is not Lion King. It is not Goof Troop. Here's your next track.
I guess it's a Goofy movie.
Gremlins 1 or 2? I don't know.
It is not Gremlins 1 or 2. Your next hint...
Gremlins 3 or 4?
No. Your next hint is that this game was based off of a movie that we may or may not talk about on this show quite often.
Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Yes, Sega made it.
It comes up every once in a while when we're talking about Nintendos. Let's just say that. Maybe that's not a good hint.
Ghoulies?
No, it is not
Is that
Grabbed
a
by the
movie?
Ghoulies.
I don't know.
It's not even a Nintendo game, but you guys always seem to bring it up.
Adam's Family Reunion?
This is the final song. This should maybe be sounding familiar if you've watched the movie.
Let's
I
hear
haven't
it.
heard any music whatsoever, just people talking.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Well, you better not say Beetlejuice 3 times, because if you
Beetlejuice.
say Beetle,
I was gonna say, where's Steve on this one?
I've got 2 last hints for you. This game or this movie is typically watched around Christmas time.
Oh, Die Hard.
I was just gonna say Die Hard.
Not Die Hard.
Nightmare Before
Is it
Christmas.
Home Alone?
It's not Home
Home
Alone.
Alone 2?
And it's not.
Wait,
Nightmare
let's hear the
Before
other hint,
Christmas.
boys.
It's Home Alone 2.
Ah,
Well done.
That's a pretty big hint.
You know, it's sad. I was going to guess Home Alone a long time ago and decided, no, it's not going to be Home Alone.
gotta take those chances.
I did, and I got
Grab
the
life by the balls.
All right. Here comes your next game. I think this one's going to be quick, so get your buzzers ready.
I don't know if the microphone is picking this up, but my cat is purring.
Oh, Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah. It is absolutely Diddy Kong Racing.
I bounced on that. I wasn't about to let anybody take my Diddy Kong Racing.
Can you tell me what race this is?
I want to say it's the race against Goose Pig.
It is! Wow! I thought I was gonna stump you with that one, at least that one track,
I'll
but
take
no.
my extra 5 points for getting that right.
All right.
I just lost Nintendo's. That was fun.
All right. Here comes your next track. This one, I don't know if this one's gonna go quick or not. Let's find out. I think it might be a tough one. Here we go.
NES?
Mm-hmm.
Power Rangers.
It's not Power Rangers.
We've reached the console where I just start guessing randomly.
That never came out on the console.
Yeah, I don't know. I also hadn't come out yet.
It was out.
No. Jew Ranger was out on the Famicom.
Same thing.
It is not.
Wait, is this Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
It is not a Mega Man, no.
Was it a Capcom game?
It was. Let's
It
see.
sure sounds like Mega Man.
Is it Contra?
It is not Mega Man. It is not Contra, and no, this was not developed by. It was not developed by Capcom.
Is it a Jackal?
Is it Jackal?
It is not Jackal.
Okay. You pulled that one on me before. So.
Do you guys want developer? Do you guys want publisher? Give me something.
I want publisher.
Is it Ninja Turtles?
It's not Ninja Turtles. Okay, so publisher in well, this is a tough one. So the publisher and the developer were the same. If you're talking about the NES game, that would be Technos. But when that came to the Virtual Console, it was re-released by Axis Games because I guess they have the license for it now.
Can we get another track? Because
Sure.
on the first one.
I have heard this before, I think.
And what did you say the publisher was?
Technos, if you're talking about the original NES release.
Is the main character a person or a vehicle?
The main character is a person.
I would say is the
So
vehicle
it's not
wearing gloves.
Monster Master.
Pac-Man Land?
The main character, I do not believe, is wearing gloves. No, it is not Pac-Man Land.
I don't think Pac-Man is a person.
Well,
That's a person with some serious deformities.
he's person over vehicle.
Your next... This
This
is gonna sound familiar. And this is kind of to throw you off, though.
Congratulations!
It's Streets of Rage or whatever that one's called.
It is not, no.
It's the Fury.
It is not.
Avenues of Discomfort.
Yes. Here's another track. Okay, so, man, I don't think you guys are gonna get this one. This game has been remade into a newer version since the NES, and that game... No, that game came out on the 3DS, I believe.
I was so excited.
Wait. No.
Genre is, according to Wikipedia, an open-world action role-playing beat-em-up.
Excuse me?
On the NES?
You know
Yeah.
those open world NES
River
games?
City Ransom?
Ha! We got there.
What's really bad is that's what I was thinking of when I said, what did I say? It's the Fury.
Sorry, Schnazzy, I haven't played enough of it to recognize right off the bat. You're probably shouting at me right now.
All right, Justin, why don't you give us a little score recap?
All right. Well, currently, I am in the lead with 3. Lucas has 2, and Steve has 1.
Wow.
You were worried about me. It's
Yeah, right. I'm starting to regret my magnanimous decision.
All right, here comes your next track. I think you guys are gonna get. All right, I'm gonna give you something right off the bat. This is a game in a series, but I'm going to require the exact specific game in that series for this one.
No, person's mine. Just if I know what it is.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Oh, you got us all to pay attention.
What you guys want? What you guys need?
Console.
All right, this game appeared on the Wii.
Crystal Chronicles.
Exclusively,
It is not Crystal Chronicles. I'm sorry, Justin.
exclusively on the Wii?
Correct. Yes.
Are we on a second track already?
No. Same track.
Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn.
It is not Fire Emblem.
I don't even know if that was a Wii game. Advanced Wars Wii.
It is not Advance Wars. Here's another track. As we get further into it, the track should start getting more familiar.
Would you say this is a game most of us have played?
I would probably say this is a game that none of you have played.
Oh, well, that's freaking alright.
But you'll know of this game. You already should.
I'm gonna
Here's-
temper my expectations.
Here's your next track.
All right, do we have developer?
No, but developer is Konami.
Contra 3.
Nope. Alright, this is...
The Warriors 7.
Is this Sin and Punishment Stars?
Or Successor?
Nope, it is not. Alright, this is... Here comes the tracks that are gonna start being familiar of the series, so here we go.
Oh. But I'm never gonna get the name of it. I mean, this is... Isn't this Ghosts and Goblins? I just don't know the name.
Nope.
No? What is that? Oh, it's Castlevania. Aria of Sorrow. Dawn of Sorrow. Magistrate of Terror. Simon's Quest. Simon's Quest 2. Prelude of Light. Prelude of Darkness.
You're doing this just so we can't think of what.
I don't know Castlevania titles, so I'm not going to get it.
Here's
I
your
know
next
it's
track.
Castlevania.
I know Castlevania titles. I don't know the title.
Aria of Lament. I
Nobody
know there's an
remembers the
Aria.
Castlevania game on the Wii?
No, I've never played Castlevania on the Wii.
I've never played Castlevania.
It's because it wasn't good.
Requiem of
Isn't
Shadows.
this Mirror of something?
Oh,
Nope.
freaking
No.
If nobody gets it, I'm gonna give Lucas the point.
thank you.
Give Lucas his point because it's painful.
I would say I feel like there's something radiant in the title.
Chamber of Secrets.
Castlevania: The Chamber of Secrets.
Alright, so this game was a fighting game, believe it or not.
Oh, I remember that.
I still don't know what it's called.
This game is called Castlevania Judgment.
I know. Wow.
And I'm judging all of you for not knowing what this game is. I should have used that as a hint. Alright, here's your...
Judging us if we didn't get it.
So does that put Lucas at a tie with Justin now?
I think I'm tied with Justin.
Yep.
Very nice. Alright, well here's your next track.
I suppose if I can get a point for pantomiming a title, he can get a point for getting half of one.
Top Gun? Is there a Top Gun game?
It's not Top Gun.
But not on whatever system this is.
God, it sounds a lot like Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Game Boy Advance.
It's not Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Game Boy Advance. Here's your next track.
Is it Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Super Nintendo?
No, it's most certainly not.
Is it Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Game Boy Advance? Is it Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, or 3?
Not Donkey Kong anything. I'm going to answer this definitively right now.
I'm gonna agree with Justin there.
I would go so far as it probably doesn't have Donkey Kong or country in the title.
Is it Kong Country Donkey?
It is not.
Is it Donkey Dong?
Hold up. Let's listen to this.
Donkey Dong.
This is WarioWare.
Is this Wario World?
Twisted, Shake It, Touch.
Is this WarioWare Mega Party
Wario
Game?
Land 4.
Mega Micro Games?
It is This is WarioWare Mega Micro Games, but I mean, how could I not give this to Steve?
I think you
Mega
could.
Micro
I
Games,
think you
isn't
could.
that the Game Boy Advance one?
This is the Game Boy
Everybody
Advance
calls
game.
WarioWare anyway.
I think you could split a point between the guy who got the subtitle and the guy who got the game.
I'm fine with it.
I'm
That gives me a point
open
and a
to
half.
this new economy.
Judges.
You know, the Russian judge says, "Let's go for it."
All right.
So Lucas and Steve get a point on that.
Very
Yes.
popular with the Russians. Very popular.
All right. So here is your next track. All right. I think that I'm gonna go with this one. I don't think that you guys are gonna get this one. I'm gonna just be right up front with you. So good luck.
Means I'll get it.
It's a great game. I just don't think you guys are gonna get it.
Kingle's Rosy Rupee Land?
It is not.
Digging the music.
Is it Game Boy?
This is not Game Boy. Your first hint is that this game is 3DS.
Is it Nintendogs or Nintendogs and Cats?
It is not.
And it's not Animal Crossing.
It is not.
Is this like an indie game?
It's not an indie game.
Or like, it's third party though, right? It's not like, hey, come take a look at this big first party Nintendo game.
This is a first party Nintendo game.
Really?
Here's your next track.
Oh, is this Mario Party?
No.
Is this Rusty's Real Deal Baseball?
It's not.
Ooh. That's a good guess. Wait, I've heard this before.
Is it Box Boy?
It's not Box Boy.
Oh, this is Pushmo. Or Pull-
This is Pushmo!
Damn it. I gave that one to Lucas, I feel like.
No, I actually just like I heard the music and legitimately I had memories of playing Pushmo. What a lot of time in Pushmo, man.
Pushmo's so good! I'm really surprised that you got that. I'm happy you got that.
I'm surprised I got it too. I didn't know that game.
You don't appreciate just how comfortable this cat is.
Alright, kids. Justin, give me a score recap. We're coming up on our last rounds here.
Alright, Lucas is now in the lead with 5. I'm in second with 3, and Steve has 2.
Alright. Oh, this is the last round then. Well.
Ooh. I hope I win Nintendo's this
All
week.
points are double.
Man, I haven't won a Nintendo's in like a month and a half, it feels like. I am on board for this.
And there's no point in Steve and I even playing, so.
Well,
I'm gonna play. I don't
you know
want
what? You know what?
a lead.
You know what? I'm okay with double points because even if you win, that just means that it's a tie game between me and Justin. So I'm willing to concede
There's
double
no point in
point,
Steve even playing.
double point rules.
I'm still
Welcome
gonna
to my
play.
position.
Well,
if
If I
wins,
can get Justin out of a tie, I'm good.
oh, okay. I was gonna make some like special announcement, like if you won, you would be like the king of karate or something. But I'm okay with that.
Can I be the fearful king leader? If I
God.
You can be the fearful king leader if you win. Okay. So
All
the sake
right.
of- If I win, I win. If Justin wins, we tie. If Steve wins, I still win. He's the fearful king leader.
I like this. Could he be a slime? Could be like a? We should.
Fearful King Slime.
All
And that'll be next week's too.
right, kids, get your buzzers ready. This one's going quick. Here we go.
Oh crap.
Mario RPG.
Nope.
No.
So if you're keeping track, there should only be one console left.
That requires us having paid attention.
Okay, it's not DS, it's not 3DS, not Wii. It's got to be Wii U.
That's it. That's your first hint.
Color Splash.
It is not.
Wait.
I
This is Dr. Mario or Dr. Luigi.
Ha! It is Dr. Luigi.
If y'all listen to the music instead of listening to the hints, you'd hear the Dr. Mario fever music in the background.
That is actually my least played version of Dr. Mario.
All I did was I heard the do 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 do. And I was like, okay, what Dr. Mario games came out on Wii U?
I should have picked another track after I heard that too. But congratulations, Lucas. Mama no vamanos.
I feel like I won despite my shady Russian business dealings, so I'm happy either way. I
You didn't
earned
even do it in a shady Russian accent.
I know, I did it in a shady American accent. So,
All right, well, maybe next week Lucas won't win, or maybe he will. Who knows? You'll have to come back and find out. We'll be right back, though, with the Change the System segment. No, I lied. The question block.
we won't be right back. This is the end of Infendo Radio.
As you know
I
it.
know it.
And I feel fine.
Jinx, you both owe me a Coke.
Despite everything going wrong tonight, it's still a fun show, but fucking A.
Fun show, man. Hey,
Yeah, my
technical
throat
errors weren't on my computer. I didn't have to work on fixing them, so I'm happy.
If my
Man.
throat weren't in pain, this would have been fun, but you know.
Sure.
There's ways to fix that.
All right, so we have just the one
Yeah.
question block. Does anybody fancy reading Minus's question?
I will.
I'm not
Lucas will
sticking
read
any
it.
more than necessary.
Fair enough.
Let me just do one thing. I'll be right back, and then we can do this.
Oh, I need my Switch too for the change of system, so I'll be right back too.
Okay,
I'm going
I might as well go to the bathroom.
scoreboard. Oh, good. Just
Sorry,
me.
Winnie.
Just me on camera. This will be riveting.
You ever see that scene in Scanners where the guy head exploded?
No, but you might see it here in a minute.
God, I need to remember that this is not the right group of people to make Wayne's World references.
Also, only one of us was here to hear it, so.
Okay. I'm back. Justin's gone.
I am
Dude.
remarkably proud of this week's Tea of the Week.
I'm excited to see it in action.
I've been working on this for like the last half hour, and it's got that nice little like, kind of looks like cheap Photoshop job, but I'm proud of myself for it.
Lucas, you'll be happy to know that the current score between the two of you jokers is 18 for Eugene, 17 for Lucas.
I'm
So
catching up again. I'm catching up.
Matt is almost beating Mike with a single point.
We'll have to get him on again.
I know. We need to have him on 2 more times and throw those games. That way he can beat Mike.
Alright, let's see. Might as well upload this week's tea while we wait. What's the name of the site we use again?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, yeah. It
I
took
think
me
I
a minute.
can...
Do you
I
know
think
the password, or do we need to reveal that on air again?
No, I'm good. I've got it locked into my system, actually. I just have to type merch, and I go straight
Yeah,
to it.
just remember it starts with Sonic, not Mario.
And friendly reminder for all of you watching us live, you can pick up a fancy t-shirt right now if you click on that little merch button at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Which one can they pick up, Lucas? The Astalos or the new one?
In about 5 minutes, it'll be the new one once I get it uploaded.
Oh, so you guys have 5 minutes left. Astalos shirt.
This shirt will be gone soon, so you better get it while you can.
I was pushing it close. I bought it 2 hours ago, so I literally bought it in the final 2 hours.
Let's just become a home shopping network channel. This shirt will not be around much longer.
So
Cool.
bye now.
I think we're at a point where I need to get rid of an item in order to upload this. I think we've hit our merch limit, so I have to chop something off.
Chop
which
it.
will probably be one of the old weekly tees.
Or maybe a mug or something even. Just chop
No,
something.
it's okay because I've still got all the weekly designs saved. So if we ever do want to do a repeat, we can. But,
That makes sense.
Ooh, there we go. There's our Black Friday deal. Your
Yeah.
second chance to buy all of our weekly teas.
Oh my god, our listeners are gonna hate us. I remember when it used to be about the podcast. Now it's all just about hawking T-shirts.
Well, 7 of them can hear what's going on now. The other 1,000 will never hear this.
But those 7 are like infinitesimally more likely to buy a T-shirt.
It's true. Because those 7 love us more.
Oh,
Because
well,
they take
either
the time out of their Wednesday evening to listen to this garbage truck.
See,
that's
that's a theme, or that's a thought that you have, but it could also just as easily be that they hate us and they want to see us suffer when we try to make the live show art. So
I think that I'm gonna go with the latter.
The patrons have spoken. We're not allowed to do repeats.
oh, I'm good with it.
Well, EP, you got 5 minutes to buy your Astalos shirt, so you better get on that.
I think we're looking at like 3 minutes now, Steve.
Okay, so you got 1 minute.
Was I the only one that was cringing a little bit when the lady started singing for Smash Bros? Like, did it affect you guys like it did me? Because I'm pretty sensitive to like vocals and music and stuff, but all of a sudden I hear like, "There's a light at the end of the dawn," and I'm like, "Oh God, I hate this so much."
It wasn't much worse than the fake Latin of Brawl.
No, Brawl was actually legitimately Latin.
Was it?
Yeah, there's a
What the hell did it
translation.
say?
There's a translation for that song, dude. No, but like at least that I don't know.
You
why.
broke Steve.
Like the fact that it was like multiple people, it
It's
worked
hard
better
to do.
for me. But the Smash one was so dramatic. It's like, and I'm like, okay.
I think it's just par for the course for what Nintendo's been doing lately.
It was no more cringy for me than Link, open your eyes.
Exactly, or the freaking
Did you like the Japanese version?
Jump up in the air. I haven't
Jump
listened to it.
Superstar. Mm-hmm.
Jump up, don't be scared.
That's just what
That's
Nintendo do these days, man.
Jump Up Superstar, man. I hated it when it first got announced, and like over the course of weeks, I listened to it over and over again, and I was like, okay, I can dig it, you know. And I love the ending theme, the one where you
I
put Best
always
Bouncer at
love
the end.
Jump Up Superstar because I love swing music. So
Yeah, it didn't do it for me. I was like, this is really like I like the tune, I like the singer, but I did not like the lyrics.
Fair.
I was
All
like,
right. Well, we're all
I'm
back
not care about
together
what
as a unit, and we love each other.
bleh.
Lucas, are you ready to take us away for the question block?
I am so freaking ready to take us away.
my cat stole my seat while I was gone, and so when I came to sit back down, I was practically sitting on her. So
She didn't steal your seat. She kept it warm for you.
I had to lift her fat ass out of it.
We're gonna go with this. Oh yeah, that's sensual. I like it.
If you say so.
Okay, we're gonna go with that.
So this is Eugene Baby making music.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's Eugene Baby making music right there.
All right, Lucas, you know what to do. I'm gonna start the music, and you're gonna start talking.
Keep
Eugene
an eye
needs a
out for
minute.
I
those
need an adult.
thumbs. Well, hello there, and welcome back to Infendo Radio. We just finished up a very sensual round of Nintendo news. And now we're going to read the question block question while two of our co-hosts try to recover from their fits of laughter that they're going through at the moment.
How
We'll
did you go,
have
wait, wait, how did you
one
go from
question
Barry
block.
White to Colonel Sanders?
We only have one question block question today, but if you would like to ask us a question that we will read and respond to live on the air, Go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio, drop $3 a month, and we'll read your questions every week. This week's question comes from Minus64, one of our long-term patrons. And the question is, I've thought about this a lot, actually, so I'm ready to answer this one right off the cuff. What if you found out life was just some sort of simulation in a game? How would you react? Would you try to break out? Would you stay living in it? I would break the hell out of life. I know reality is precious and it's not worth it. Simulation could be fun and fantastical and whatnot, but I'm going for real life, man. I need to get out and see what's going on in the real world.
Me. So we're talking like Matrix level style, like simulation, or
somewhere in between Matrix and like Harvest Moon, I guess, because it's like a life sim, I guess. So
Well, then I don't know what's happening with those two, but we're just gonna continue our conversation, Lucas. I would break right the hell out, because you're not wrong. What if on the other side they're playing the real good video games, like they got like Nintendo 2.0 up in there, right? Like that. I'm not. What is? I don't know what's happening right now.
What if on the other side there were podcast hosts who were able to keep it together long enough to get through a 5-minute segment?
Yeah, seriously.
What if that was a thing, and we could get out of here, and we could have a podcast where everybody stopped laughing and we did a show.
Stop acknowledging it.
Jeez.
I'm with you, Eugene. I would bust you out. I would bust out Matrix style. We'd go into a brave new world together. Steven, why don't you tell us what you think about all of this?
For some reason, we just got a new follower during that segment, too.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Eugene. Shout it out. Who do we get?
Well, actually, about an hour ago, EP Knothead followed us, so thank you for that, EP Knothead. But just right now, it was Colton, 200 and 400 and 200. It's a lot of numbers. It's Colton something.
Thank you, Colton.
So we were doing a segment, and there was a question.
Yeah. Did you hear the question? Do you need to repeat it?
Oh, no, I think I'm okay. I am all good to just live the life that they're telling me to live. I'm good as long as I can do what I want.
But that's the thing, Steve. You can't do what you want right now. Right now, you have to pay taxes.
If I think I'm doing what I want, I'm good.
Okay, what if you found out that it's not just like your life is good kind of thing. You are like a battery for robots, straight up Matrix style. Is that what you want? You want to be a battery for robots?
I want to free my mind.
So in that case, I'm going to take the blue pill.
I don't know what that means because I haven't seen The Matrix in a while, but I think
you're with
us. You're with us on the Resistance. We're going to break out. We're going to kill the Terminator, and we're going to save Sarah Jessica Parker.
What?
That sounds like a far more interesting Matrix movie than I thought. Is that what happens at the end of Revelations?
They
Revolutions. What was the name of that last movie?
They apparently find themselves in the Sex and the City universe.
It's a crossover.
I want to see that crossover.
Everyone is here.
I don't know. I mean, can I break the rules of the system? Can I do the Neo thing and free my mind and dodge bullets and stuff like that? Because I'm all in for it.
You got to pay for the DLC for that.
You're just an NPC in this video game world.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right. That would be my fate.
So basically, me and Lucas are going to be breaking out, and you guys are just going to be assholes and staying in the simulation while we save you guys.
We'll just stay behind and make your mom jokes. And
to be fair, Steve is pretty flexible on the whole thing. Steve could be a puppet to the robot overlords, or he could come with us.
It just depends on how bad it really is.
Yeah.
Like if I find out it's pretty bad, I'm breaking out.
Appreciate it.
If I'm not just a battery, then I'm probably going to let him control me the rest of my life.
I mean, is the real life better? Why break out if the whole world's a sunless wasteland? What's
if
the
the
fun
chicken?
of
If the chicken tastes like chicken, we're good.
God.
that? The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Oh, thank you, Luigi. I've never been so happy to hear you before.
Oh, Lord Almighty. All right. That's it for the question block. Like Lucas said, if you want to join us for this fun segment, you can too by going to patreon.com/InfendoRadio at the $3 tier or more. We're going to be right back and talk about the games we've been playing this week.
God willing.
God, Mario willing.
I'm so sorry.
That was a good laugh.
Man.
I was fine until Steve just completely lost control, and then I lost control because Steve was losing control. And it was
When you're putting that in the chat, how do you not lose control?
Oh, that was a good time, guys.
And listeners can never know what's in the chat.
This is why we do this.
Oh,
I needed. I'm sorry.
I am in tears. My glasses are fogged up. Like the worst.
No, I seriously inhaled a mini Oreo. We're lucky I'm still able to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this
The
train's
hot
pulling
here?
back into the station.
No, it's just me. So, do you want me to talk about Retro Game Con as part of my Change the System, or is that going to be like a separate thing? How do you want me to do this?
I think that's probably a good idea to put it in the Change the System segment.
Okay.
And then because, unless you feel like, do you feel like you're going to have enough to talk about for Change the System plus Retro Gamecom that you need like an extra little bit of time? Because we can give you that. We gave Steve that the other week too, so.
Yeah, that should be fine, because I do want to talk about what I have been playing, but not at the expense of talking about Retro Game Con.
Right.
Especially Retro Game Con is, out of Infendo's budget. So
Well, how about then we will, we'll make you go first. Since you haven't been on for a few weeks anyways, I think that'll be fine.
Right.
And then I'll just like double your timer, and then if you hit your timer, just keep talking, and then we'll just kind of give you your time.
all right, and if I hit a second timer, then I'll cut it off.
And then if you hit a third timer, it'll sound like a coconut.
Sound like an angry dude wailing on a coconut. Can I just point out that both of you are incredibly juvenile? You go nuts over that?
I know, I saw it, and I was like,
How old are you?
Well, here's what happens. So
fine.
Justin puts it in there, and I see it, and he sees the look on my face, and he starts laughing.
Right, we
I
weren't
start
laughing at the
laughing.
joke. We were laughing at each other's reaction of the joke.
God.
I snorted at least 4 times
Like, I was
on air.
I was amused by the fact that Steve was that amused by the joke.
I was amused because he was laughing at me.
save me, Lucas. Save me.
But I guess Justin's going first and change the system. So we're kind of going to bring it in with something different, right?
Yes. All right, I'm going to start the music, and then Justin, you're going to bring us in, and then we're going to go from there. Oh. Well, in a second anyways.
Oh my god.
You guys can also go to our Twitter account in about 30 seconds and see the new tea of the week. So,
Can we do a countdown?
yeah,
Eugene,
somebody
Can we get that on the screen?
count me down, and by the time you're done, I'll probably have it out.
All right, Justin, you ready to bring us
It's
in?
been a night.
You ready to bring us into the show, Justin, for Change the System?
As long as Lucas isn't gonna bring it out on the air.
Okay. I'm gonna let you introduce the segment and all that fun stuff. So it's all
Oh,
gonna be
good.
all
I
you.
get to talk more.
Mm-hmm. That's what you came for, boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are an auditory podcast.
Shh. All right, here we go. I'm muting myself.
All right. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, we're back from whatever segment we just did. Screw you guys. I may have mentioned at the beginning of the show that I'm losing my voice, so apparently it's also changing as well. Anyway, we're back from the question block, and we are entering our last segment of the show called Change the System. Steve has lost control again. Anyway, this is where we discuss the mostly the games that we've been playing for the past week, but also, in my case, the gaming things we've done this week. So, me in my top vocal form am going to speak a little bit longer than everybody else, so I apologize in advance. But I did something this past weekend. Those of you who've been listening to the show for a while, particularly since the reboot with Eugene and his various team members, know that I go to a convention every November in Syracuse, New York called Retro Game Con, and I did that again this this past weekend. Every year it gets a little bit bigger, so if you happen to live in the Northeast, check it out. It's a lot of good fun, and every year they have some sort of celebrity guest. Sometimes they're YouTubers. We've had the Angry Video Game Nerd. We've had the Gaming Historian. Last year, they had the actors who played Johnny Cage and Jax in the Mortal Kombat 2 video game. Got them to sign my Super Nintendo cartridge. This year we had Nintendo of YouTube, and we also had Charles Martinet. Those of you who don't know, he is the voice of Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, possibly other Marios and Luigis.
He's also the narrator on Bit Trip, presents Runner 2 and 3.
Yes.
And he also did the voice of a dragon in Skyrim, apparently, and one of the dead kings in Lord of the Rings Return of the King, which I learned this weekend. But I got to meet him. He's a very, very sweet man, and very fun to listen to. He told the story about how he got the start. If you ever get a chance to hear him talk about how he got a start in voice acting and voicing the Nintendo characters, definitely listen to it. It is a riot. Basically, he showed up at the very last minute of the interviews and kind of ad-libbed until he ran out the tape, and the guy called and said, "We found our Mario." So so that was good fun. They also have a lot of vendors, particularly local vendors, people who do Nintendo and video game related crafts. You have painters, you have perler beaters, you have crocheters, knitters, whatever. Just all sorts of things on the show floor. They have gaming competitions. They have bands that play video game music, or one year they had Mega Ran and Samus who rap to video game music. Yeah, so it's just really good fun. I've gone every year since the second one. This was the sixth one. And it's fun for all ages. And if you live in the northeastern United States, it's in Syracuse, New York. The past few years, it's been at the On Center, if you know where that is. If you don't live in the Northeast, check it out anyway. And if you happen to be a YouTuber, get in touch with them, because there are a few of you that I haven't met yet that I'd love to see at a future one. And I dressed as Mario the best I could. I bought a pair of blue overalls, put on the shirt that I'm wearing now, a red trucker cap that said Nintendo on it.
I wonder if they'd ever invite a small YouTube or a small Twitch show I know of called Infendo Radio.
If they paid the entry fee, probably.
Actually, speaking of such things, this isn't really part of my Change the System, but I did get to play a game that is coming out on the Switch probably next year. And I'm going to get some more information on it as soon as I can get in touch with the developer. It is called Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. and it's coming out on a bunch of systems, but the person I spoke to was the coder for the Switch version, and I got to play it. It's neat. It's retro styled, has a lot of DuckTales and Mega Man and, more modern example, Shovel Knight vibes, but also had a very unique personality all its own. So I'm going to get in touch with the developers of that and get some more information, and I'll give you my impressions if I get to play more than just 5 minutes on a show floor. Let me take a lozenge and be right back with my change the system. All right, I'm back.
That was nice editing, Eugene.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Besides going to Retro Game Con, I have also been playing. I haven't been playing a lot. One of the reasons I've missed the past few shows is I got a new job. It's a night job. Night is when I used to play most of my games, and so unfortunately I've lost a lot of my gaming time. However, there are two games that I'd like to talk about that I've been playing lately. One of them is I picked up, thanks to a My Nintendo coupon, cashed in some of my reward points and got for 50% off Picross 3D Round 2.
Ooh.
I love Picross. Ever since I saw the DS. First of all, I remember hearing about it back when Mario's Picross came out on the Game Boy, but I never played it. When I saw it on the DS, I bought it instantly, fell in love with it. When Picross 3D came out on the DS, I bought it, fell in love with that. And I played the demo for Round 2, and I mean, I liked it as much as the original 3D.
Did you ever get those one-off Picross games that released on the 3DS, like for, I think it was like Zelda and stuff?
Yeah, I have the Zelda one. I have the Pokemon one, but I've barely played it. And I have Picross E and Picross E2. And I think there are like 7 or 8 of those. And so Picross, for those of you who don't know, it's a type of puzzle called a nonogram. And you can have this grid. This is the original like 2D pen and paper Picross. There you got a grid. And then there are numbers on the edges of the grid for both axes, X and Y. And that tells you how many blocks in a row are filled in that grid. And you have to use logic and process of elimination and all that to figure out what blocks get filled in. And at the end, you get this kind of pixelated picture. Picross 3D is a little bit different. Originally developed by HAL, I believe. Picross 3D gives you a box, and you have the numbers on the different axes of the box, X, Y, and Z, but instead of filling them in, you chisel away at them. So you end up with this kind of voxel shape at the end of it, and that that represents whatever you're supposed to make. And that worked out great. Round 2 changes it up a little bit. Now, not only do you have to chisel away the pieces you don't need, but you have to change them either blue or orange.
Oh, God.
Blue and orange do different things. The blue spaces act just like the regular spaces in Picross 3D, where, they just stay there. Orange will change shape after you finish the row or column or whatever that it's in. So this orange box, when you complete its segment, will change into like a slanted shape or a thin shape or a sphere or a hemisphere or a quarter of a sphere. So the final images look more like what it's supposed to be than just a collection of cubes that vaguely resemble it. The downside, of course, is a bit more complicated figuring out what gets filled in, what color. So there's more of a margin of error. There's also the issue that I have with it, that in Picross 3D, if you didn't fill in a box, but you chiseled away all the boxes that you didn't need, it would complete the puzzle. In round 2, every single box needs to be colored in. Otherwise, the puzzle's not considered complete because you have to tell the game this is either a blue box or it's an orange box. So it's a little bit more tedious, but only slightly more. And I've been playing a lot of that. Best part about it is I can carry my 3DS with me at work, and when I have my 15-minute break, just go down, sit down, and do a couple of puzzles.
Yeah, right.
So I got it for 50% off through a My Nintendo coupon, which may or may not still be available. It's $30 in the eShop regularly. I don't know if it was ever released physically, but of course I got it for $15. That was a steal. I'm definitely going to get my money's worth out of it. The other game that I have, the other new game, quote unquote new game that I got to spend some time on, and I gave you guys a teaser this a few weeks ago. Just tonight, I played a little Four Swords Adventures with my 2 boys. I have not played this game in years, but I dragged out my Game Boy Advance SPs. I had to buy chargers for them because I couldn't find all the chargers for them. But I charged them all. I got out my link cables. I already had 4 of them from back in the college days when everybody would come over to my house to play Nintendo games. And we played the first level and a few rounds of battle mode in Four Swords Adventures. And the game is still as fun as I remember it. However, it's not as much fun playing with children. The younger child,
I can see that.
The younger child cannot read and throws tantrums when things don't go his way. The older child is bossy and impatient, and then I get impatient with both of them. So it's a great experience. I'm still going to play it with them because it is a fun game, and we all love Zelda games. If you can ever get your hands on and screw Triforce Heroes, this is so much better. If you can ever get your hands on Four Swords Adventures, they make third-party Game Boy Advance link cables and just some GBA SPs. Get some friends together, play it. It is a blast. It's for the amount of crap you need to play it. It may not seem to be worth it, but I remember playing it back in the day and loving it. I loved it just as much tonight. So that's been my gaming week and my convention weekend.
That's one of those games, Four Sword Adventures, that I only ever played by myself. So it's
you can play it single player, which is nice.
It just kind of goes by the wayside as like an unmemorable, cheap experience when you play it solo. Like it's fine, but it's like a weird like half Zelda, compared to
I mean it's definitely more geared towards multiplayer gaming.
Oh yeah,
and I mean.
That is the only Zelda game that my wife will even attempt, and her and I have beat that game together on several occasions.
Nice. Well,
So,
all right.
In conclusion, again, if you're in the Northeast, visit Retro Game Con. It's a blast.
For sure. Cool. Does anybody want to take next? What have y'all been playing this week?
Mine will be quick and easy.
Like your mom.
There it is. I have played 2 games this week. I have played a metric crap ton. Eugene thought I was going to swear, so he was getting ready. Monster Hunter. We hit G rank. We got access to this new place called the Pub, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Same.
I have G rank armor for my Palico, making him actually more powerful than my standard hunter, which is kind of sad, but it's actually a lot easier to make Palico weapons and armors because it requires less materials, so it kind of makes sense. It is a little bit trickier in a lot of ways, though, to play as a Palico. But yeah, so other than that, really not much to say on Monster Hunter. It's still the same game, still enjoying it. I am finding that in G rank, we do have to relearn how to fight some of these monsters because their attack patterns are different. They're more difficult. They are in different arenas that we fight them in. So it's actually kind of refreshing. I wouldn't have thought that 115 hours in that I'd have to relearn how to play Monster Hunter. It's kind of a nice feeling. The other game that I've been playing a lot this week, actually there may be a third one. I'll double check while I talk about the second one. But the next game that I've been playing a lot of is the Lego Harry Potter collection that came to Switch the day before Halloween.
Sure, you'll play Lego Harry Potter collection, but you won't play the Lego City Undercover that I bought you.
And here's why.
Because he's a Harry Potter nerd.
Well, there's that. But Lego Harry Potter is also co-op. It's a game that my wife and I can play together.
So is Lego City Undercover.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was just a single player one.
The Switch version is.
Okay, well, we'll have to give that a chance this week. But yeah, so like, my wife and I, we've beat Lego Star Wars 1, 2, and the complete collection together. We tried Indie, but we didn't really like that one. We played Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, but never really got that far into it for some reason. And then we tried one of the other Lego games together. We beat Lego Batman 1 together, and we never really got Batman 2. So this is the first one we've played in a long time, and it holds up really well. They up-res the graphics a little bit for the HD re-release, which I believe was originally a PlayStation exclusive, and then it was brought over to Switch and Xbox One at the same time, as a matter of fact. So it's a little bit up-res, changes some of the lighting, some of the textures, but it looks really nice, and it plays just like I remember it playing. So yeah, it's worth it. It was $50 for the collection. That gets you both games and the DLC that was evidently sold for at least one of the games.
Lego Harry Potter had
DLC? I didn't know there was any.
It's some extra spells from what I understand, and I think it's in the first one. So it's nothing like major, but they did at least include it.
So it's not like they created new levels for Fantastic Beasts or Harry Potter and the Cursed Child or anything like that?
No, it's like there's you can change, I think, the Stupefy spell to the Tripping Jinx or something like that. So just a couple of those extra red brick rewards, if you will. And then the other game that I played, I got the Diablo 3 Switch this last week. So EP Knothead actually bought my old Switch from me. So him and I played Rocket League together, which was awesome.
Oh, nice. Was he Switchless before?
He was Switchless. When he played Rocket League and Minecraft with us, he was playing on PC. But now he is a member of the Switch family and also a member of my family, so he could do online.
Nice.
But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. He complains about the same thing that Lucas does when I play Rocket League with him. That I tend to spend more time running into him than I do actually.
Freaking!
So evidently it's a thing. Evidently I like to run into my own teammates. Luckily I can't make them go boom. Otherwise that would be bad.
Make us go Crash.
I like Crash Bandicoot. It's a good game.
God.
Speaking of Crash.
Fair.
So yeah, that's everything I've played this week. All 3 games.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll jump on right in here, unless Lucas wants to go, because it sounds like you kind of got a lot, and so do I a little bit. So
yeah, it's gonna be a jam-packed Nintendo or change the system. So.
For easy, mine easy. So let's go with the game that I've probably been putting the most time into. And surprisingly, it's this little indie darling, Debris Infinite. I love it. It is so good. It is in Debris Infinity. I'm sorry, but I've talked about it before. It's basically Geometry Wars mixed with a little bit of asteroids, but it is really good. And apparently, it was made by basically a 2-person team, like a guy and his girlfriend. So that's pretty incredible. I encourage everybody to give it a go. It's really cheap. I think it's like $8 or something like that.
What's the name of the developer?
The developer, I don't know. It's like a little. I think I know they're out of out of Europe somewhere. I can get you that here in a second. But yeah, so Debris Infinite, really, really good. I like it a whole lot. The other game that I've been playing that is on the Switch anyways, or Nintendo rather, is Dark Souls. And I've been talking about that already before, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that stuff. But I will tell you that I have beaten it already once. And I've started my second character, and I've beaten it with my second character, and now I'm starting my third. So I like this game a little bit. Other than that, I have been playing Pokemon Go, and I do want to take the time to talk about that a little bit because Niantic has released a bunch of really cool updates for it. But before I get too far into that, Justin, you asked who the developer of Debris Infinite was, and I am here to tell you that it is SVC Games.
Okay, because your description of it sounded like the developers of Membrane, which was, I think, a guy and his wife. So I thought, oh, did they release another game? But no, that was perfect.
I think that's a fairly common theme when it comes to indie developers, because when I went to a game jam, I partnered up with a guy and his girlfriend who are also working on a game. So,
But yeah, it's so good. The credit screen. Look, this is the credit screen. It's got like 3 people on there, and then special thanks for some people. So like, it was a small team of people that did this. It's really good. Anyways, why did my lights turn off? Who knows?
Nights at Freddy's.
Hey Google, turn on those lights.
The other games that I've been playing, like I said, is Pokemon Go. I do want to talk about that. Man, Niantic is on it this year, guys. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the latest updates, but they released an event for Halloween. That was really cool. They also released an update to the game itself. So there is now a mode called Adventure Sync. And what's cool about that is it links up with your iOS or your Android, like, Fitbit thing or whatever the fitness tracker thing is on your phone, that's on there by default, and it'll hatch eggs for you without having the game on. So
Nice.
I'm walking around all the time with my phone hatching eggs.
My job.
That's a game changer.
You have to turn it on in the menu, though. So that's the thing you have to look for. If you go into the settings of the game, there's actually a setting for Adventure Sync that you explicitly have to turn on. But it's great.
Is it available for everyone at this point? Because I know for a while it was just level 40 and then 30.
They were rolling it out. They started it out for basically everybody 35 and higher, and they're slowly rolling it out to everybody else. I think by now it should be available to everybody, but check your thing.
Dude, that might get me to play the game again, because that was part of the reason I stopped.
It's great.
Good, you can accept the
So
gift
hard
I
to
sent
hatch
you.
egg.
So Pokemon Go Watch. Any sign of Melmetal yet? Because that's all I'm waiting for to get back.
Not yet.
Tell me when, and I'll turn it back on.
I'm doing it now.
Not yet with Melmetal, but yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Go. That one's great. Last game I want to talk about, and this is a non-Nintendo game, but guys, I've seen the future. It's here. It is here, guys. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey in a Google Chrome browser. There is a thing called Project Stream, and it's freaking amazing, guys. And granted, I have like the highest tier internet that you can pay for here in New Mexico, so whatever. So take that with what it is. You have to have really fast internet, high upload and high download speed. But guys, it's like zero lag. And granted, I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey kind of plays towards that because there's not a lot of like Twitch button movements that you need. But like, I synced up my Nintendo Switch Pro controller. And I started playing Assassin's Creed on my browser, and I'm playing it, and I can play it, I think, until like January for free or something like that. But it's incredible. It is ridiculous how cool it is that I can play a game. And here's the kicker: I'm playing on my laptop. That's like a 7-year-old laptop. Like it's a crappy, but my internet's fast, so it's cool. So I don't know.
Really cool.
Yeah. Man, guys, this might be the future. I don't think it's like next generation of consoles future, but like this might be what we're doing in like the next 10 years, so it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go turn my lights on and let Lucas talk about what he's been playing.
All right, well, I was going to start with something else,
I
but
can actually see your face now.
since Eugene's been talking Assassin's Creed, I will say that I have also been playing Assassin's Creed. However, I've been playing a much older Assassin's Creed. I was going to say much better, but I guess that's subjective. I've been playing Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4.
I need to play that.
I love it so much. Like, as far as Assassin's Creed games go, which admittedly my experience with is rather shallow, Black Flag is really freaking good. The story's top notch. The gameplay is great. It's an amazing pirate sim. That was the reason I got it at first. It was my first Assassin's Creed, but dang, man, I really like it. I've just kind of scratched the surface on it because unfortunately I have to use a giant clunky plastic toy Wii U controller to do anything with it. But short of that, it's a really fun game and it holds up really well. The reason I have been playing Assassin's Creed 4, however, is because I have been playing part-time on my dad's Xbox One, helping him get through Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh.
Which is going to be a big part of what I want to talk about tonight because, man, it's a fun game.
I might have to talk about because I've been playing this game too, but I have different thoughts.
So I'm gonna keep it spoiler proof, but I'm going to mention like gameplay elements and stuff.
I'm going to interrupt Lucas for a half a minute in here just to say that I broke down and I got an Xbox One myself with Red Dead Redemption 2 and what was it, Sea of Thieves, the other pirate game. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is the reason that I needed an Xbox One right now. And I said to my fiance, I'm like, I know your mother always gets me like X amount of money's worth of stuff for Christmas, X amount of money for my stuff for my birthday. That pretty much will pay off an Xbox One. Can I just get an Xbox One? She's like, you do whatever you want. I'm like, yes, I'm getting an Xbox One. So I haven't set it up yet, but I cannot wait to play this game.
Right, Eugene, we'll reset that timer because I'm about to start talking.
I will shut up now.
So yeah, no, like this game has got me in an open world frenzy. Like I tried to play Breath of the Wild, but I found it shallow in comparison. And like I'm playing through Assassin's Creed because I want that like open world sim experience. There's a lot about this game that's messed up. It is way too realistic for its own good. You gotta eat. You have things called cores, which are like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a video game. You have to eat to keep your health core up, and if that goes down, your health starts going down. You can get too fat or too thin, which is cool, but kind of a pain in the butt. You are managing a life in this game, and that's a lot of freaking work. But you get outside of the kind of weird game design decisions, and there's a lot of interesting stuff with that. If you go swimming in water, your weapons will start to rust and you'll have to maintain them. It's a solid game, man. Like, it has all of the environments from the first game, short of Mexico, which is apparently there, but nobody can get to it without bugging the game right now. The storyline is phenomenal. For whatever reason, despite being Red Dead Redemption 2, it's a prequel story to the first game, which really confused me for the first, 5 hours, but I got over it. It's a good game. I'm really impressed with it. I wish it would come to Switch. I know it probably technologically is incapable of coming to Switch, but I would put a lot of time into it if I was able to just sit down with it every night and grind through it on my Switch. But as is, I've played bits and pieces. I watched Dad play bits and pieces. We got through the main story. We got through the epilogue. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's more of the same, and overall, I'd say it's a really good game. There's obviously some flaws to it, but it kind of makes up for that with just the sheer amount of awesomeness that you get throughout. The other game that I have been playing a ton of, I have 2 more. Dang it, I gotta hurry. Forget Monster Hunter. Steve told you about that. Phantom and me and Steve have been playing it. It's super fun. I played a game called Ace of Seafood, which is basically a shooter game where you play as fish. And you go around and you shoot fish, and you kill them, and you get DNA, and you get stronger fish. You have laser beams. And why am I telling you about this? I recorded about 8 hours worth of footage with my friend Corey on Saturday. So you can just check our Twitch because I'm going to be uploading that as I get it edited. Enjoy. It's a beautiful, wonderful, mysterious thing. And it's going to rock your world. So look for that. The last game I've been playing, and the game I want to talk about before I lose my timer or go over it, is Steven Universe Save the Light, which was one I was really excited for. Wasn't coming out to Switch. Shut up, Luigi. It's basically a Paper Mario style RPG. I will preface it by saying that if you have no interest in the show and have not watched the show, don't get it, because as amazing as it is, it's really meant for fans of the show. If you do watch the show or you enjoy the show and you like Paper Mario, it's a freaking dream come true game. Like, it's so good. Like, it plays just like you would expect a Paper Mario-esque game to play. It's a little bit shorter. It's probably maybe like a 7 or 8 hour game instead of like a maybe 20-hour game like you would expect from something like that. But like, everything is there that you would expect to see. Like, the characters are there and they have the same moves as they would have in the show. A really prominent element in the show is fusion, and when you get your relationship statuses up high enough with the characters, they can fuse, and all the fusion attacks are there, and it's just, oh, it's really good. And it's making me wish that a good Paper Mario would come out again, because I'm realizing that this like simplistic RPG style is like my favorite style of RPG. So by all means, if you fit into that very specific bracket of Steven Universe fandom and Paper Mario fandom, get it. Otherwise, it's probably a pass, but oh, it's so good. It might be my game of the year. I've wholeheartedly enjoyed like every minute I've spent with it. So
Nice.
And I kind of went over my time there. I played a lot of other little games, nothing worth mentioning. Go check out Ace of Seafood. It was quite the ride. I thought I was getting a game that we were gonna play for a couple hours and make fun of. I ended up getting heavily invested in it and putting way more energy into it than I should have.
Fair enough. Well, the only thing that I'm going to say about Red Dead Redemption is that I do not like it because of exactly the reasons why you said. It's just too much. There's
so much to manage. Going back to that for a minute. You've got the food, you've got like your health, your morality, your horse, your like everything.
It's just what's so overwhelming to me.
When you play it for like the first 10 hours and you get used to all the grind, it feels less overwhelming than it is at the beginning. But there's a hump that you got to get over to really like enjoy the game. I think you get to a point where it stops feeling as important, but it's a lot of work, man. It's not a game that you jump into lightly and say, this is just going to be a casual, romp. Maybe when the online comes out, because then you can just kind of like tour around. But
I don't know. I tried Red Dead Redemption, the first one, online. I tried Grand Theft Auto 5 online, and just, I don't know, the existence of other people bothers me. That's just my life.
Well, one of the things that they've said about this one is that supposedly the online game is going to be totally playable by yourself. So you can go through and you can just experience kind of a parallel story or whatever. But I think the online might be a little more arcadey. They might not have all of the elements that they have in the main game, which would make it a little bit easier, hopefully, but who knows?
I can appreciate that this game is amazing. It's just not for me, I don't think.
A lot of work. But I gotta say, like, I got over it, and I really like it. Like, I was confused, and there's still moments where I'm confused, but it's been enough for me that, like, you go in and you experience everything in the world, and it's like, I want this level of like depth in an open world game, Like I said, I tried to play Breath of the Wild again. I booted it up. I like picked a starting city that I wanted to start from. I dumped all my equipment. I got about 5 feet. I got attacked by 2 Yiga clan members, and I was like, that's right. There's nothing to do in this game to get attacked by Yigas. But like in Red Dead, I'm rolling around, and there's like a guy that got bit by a snake, and then you'll help him, and then you'll go to the town, and he'll be like, you saved me from that snake. Let me buy you a free gun. And it's like, that's cool. That's like, my actions have consequences. So, I don't know. Yeah, it does it for me in all the right ways.
I was watching Beat 'em Up's video where he had this goal. He was going to go fishing and somehow ended up in this long string of events that happened. Some of them happening en route to one of the other activities. And it's just... I'm like, yeah, that's it. You sold me on this game. I need an Xbox One. I need this game. And I love Rockstar games in general, but Red Dead Redemption, the first one, was one of my, probably at least in my top 10, if not in my top 5 games ever. So
it's the last thing. I know we're going way over here with this, but it is a big game. Yeah. It's got a much more organic feel to me than GTA 5 had. Like you go into buildings and there's stuff to do. You talk to characters and they remember you, and like there's that hump. There's that definite like curve that if you can't get over it, you're just gonna say it's not for me and quit. But if you can get past the level of detail that's rather overwhelming, there's a really good game in there. So
Sure. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're watching us live on Twitch, we love you. If you're not watching us live on Twitch, I mean, we love you too, but like we'd love for you to join us. And
we love you, just not as much.
We'd love for you to follow us even more. We're getting there, guys. We're almost to our 50 follower goal. We just hit 29 tonight with our 2 new followers. Thank you again for that. Once we get to 50, we'll, stop bugging you about that and start bugging you about something else. So, yeah.
Hey, if you want to see us lick our Switch cartridges at the beginning of every show, get on our Patreon and get us up to the $250 level.
We used to do that once upon a time. That was a thing that we did at the beginning of every show.
I've got more cartridges now since then that have never been in my mouth. So
thankfully, some of our patrons decided to lower the spend, so we don't have to do that. But you want to see what Smash Bros. Tastes like in a couple of months?
Who knows?
I'm going digital on that.
All right, Lucas, where can the people find what you taste like?
The people can find out what I taste like at whatdoeslucasttastelike.com. But if you're interested in finding out what's going on with me and my ongoing game design work, you can either go to chromatichu.com or you can follow me on Twitter at chromatichu. See how nice and easy that is? Also, every week we do a tea of the week at Infendo. This week's tea of the week is Everyone is Here! And it's featuring some pretty cool Smash Bros. Related artwork.
Nice.
The 4 of us with some custom names that I thought were rather appropriate. So feel free to go check that out and buy a t-shirt. It would really mean a lot to us.
Very nice. Justin, where can the people find you?
Unlike Lucas, I don't have a website about what I taste like, but I do have a website about Disney. Utilidork.com. Hasn't been updated in a while, but I'll tell you what I do update semi-regularly is at Utilidork on Twitter. I also have a Facebook page, a Tumblr page. I have YouTube and SoundCloud, but I haven't used them yet. So if you are interested in Disney, Disney World, and just general Disney chat, check that out. If you just want to follow me for my Infendo stuff and my Nintendo opinions and whatnots, follow me on at InfendoJustin.
Very nice. I think you're done, so I'm going to ask Steve.
Yeah, I was trying to put a pin on that, and since it hurts to talk, I decided to just stop.
That works for me. Hey, Steve, does the main character wear gloves?
In Monster Hunter, he does. You can find me playing Monster Hunter a lot. You can find me buying our weekly teas over at the streamlabs.com/Infendo Radios.
All the teas.
All the teas. I have 2 of 5 weekly teas so far that we've done.
You can get there from our Twitch channel too, Infendo or twitch.tv/Infendo Radio.
Other than that, you can find me regularly on Twitter at Gentis1. I forgot what my Twitter handle was. And occasionally you can find me at twitch.tv/Gentis, but it's been a while since I've updated that.
Very nice. Well, finally, you can find me on Twitter at InfendoEugene. Probably not doing much, maybe retweeting a funny meme or something like that. Don't forget to follow at Infendo on Twitter. And hey, we haven't really shouted them out, but go check out the Nintendo Fever podcast. They're our sister show. They're recording every Friday night, so we want you guys to go check them out at Nintendo Fever on Twitter if you're interested.
And you can also probably watch them on our Twitch, right?
Yeah,
we stream
definitely.
Every Friday night, so if you're subscribed to us, just come check it out. We'll be here.
Exactly. All right, kids. Well, we are going to get out of here. It is late. Mama says go to bed. It's time to get tucked in. Justin was about to bust.
Mama no vamonos.
All right, guys. We will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Peace.
Bye.
And hopefully I will have a voice next week.
It's okay. I got enough for 2.
So does your mom.
Oh, God.
Da, 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 I hope you appreciate that I made your Smash Bros username literally "You Are Mom."
Yes, I saw that. I was not a fan of the picture you used.
I just snuck it right out of it. Steve, I went with player 2 for you because you seem like the kind of person who doesn't enter a custom name.
You're
just
not
go
wrong.
with the default.
You're not wrong.
That's pretty
So I
good.
forgot to mention this thing. I wanted to review this, but I figured games was more.
Also, hard to like describe it to
Yeah.
listeners, you know, like.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah.
it's like I think $14 at GameStop, and it definitely makes the system much more comfortable in handheld mode. So
Right. All right, everybody say bye to chat. We're waving away. See you later, Twitch. We love
Bye
you.
to chat. We're waving
Bye.
away. See you later, Twitch. We love